All right, so today we're going to be looking into the Miss Universe competition,
Oh, wow.
but not just the whole, glitz and glamour. We're
Right.
really going deep today, specifically talking about the national costume part of the show. I mean,
Uh,
it's always such a visual feast for the eyes.
it really is. And it's interesting that you mentioned that
Yeah.
because even though the costume segment doesn't actually count towards their scores,
Okay.
it's still a massive opportunity,
Right.
for these women to showcase their heritage.
So it's more about winning hearts and minds than winning points.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'm already hooked. Tell me more about why these costumes are so powerful.
Well, I think sometimes people really underestimate the power of clothing and fashion.
Totally.
But think about it. Each costume is like this visual ambassador
Oh, wow.
for that entire country.
Okay.
You're getting symbolism and history and traditions
Oh, I like.
all wrapped up in this incredible creation.
Yeah, so it's like a crash course in a country's culture, but way more glamorous than reading it in a textbook.
Exactly, much more exciting.
Yeah, okay, so you're saying that these costumes are more than just pretty clothes.
Right.
It's about making a statement and even sparking a conversation.
Absolutely.
Can you give me an example of that?
Yeah, for sure. So let's take the Philippines, for example.
Okay.
Do you remember the year that their contestant wore a costume that was inspired by the Banoi rice terraces?
Wait, yes, the one that looked like an actual mountain landscape?
Yes, that's the one. And it instantly sparked all these conversations about Filipino ancestors
Oh, wow.
and their ingenuity and the importance of preserving those traditions.
That's amazing.
It even led to this surge in tourism
Really?
to the actual rice terraces.
Wow. Okay, so we're seeing that it's not just pretty clothes.
Yeah.
It's about sparking curiosity and having an impact.
Right.
So speaking of the Philippines,
Yes.
we have a deep dive planned for you today
Awesome.
about the upcoming Miss Universe Philippines contestant, Chelsea Manalo. And get this, she has two potential national costume options that she's deciding between.
Oh, fun.
Both incredible.
I'm excited to hear about this.
Me too. So let's get into it.
Yeah, tell me everything.
Okay, what are we looking at here?
Okay, so the first option is a tribute to the Philippine eagle,
Oh, cool.
which, as you might know, is a critically endangered species and the national bird of the Philippines.
Ah, I see where the symbolism comes in.
Right.
Strength, resilience, all that.
Yeah, absolutely. But it goes beyond just being a national symbol.
Yes.
In some Filipino cultures, the eagle is seen as this link
Oh, interesting.
between the mortal world and the spirit world,
Wow.
a messenger of the gods.
So this costume is tapping into mythology,
Yeah.
not just celebrating a bird.
Uh-huh.
What does the actual costume look like?
Okay, so picture this.
Okay.
Intricate featherwork, a majestic wingspan,
Yeah.
and then the headdress. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It would put any crown to shame. And they've even incorporated some traditional beadwork and textiles from different indigenous communities in the Philippines.
I'm already getting chills just hearing you describe it.
It's amazing.
It sounds like this costume is like a walking piece of art and a powerful message.
Right.
Okay, so then what's the other option?
The second choice is just as stunning,
Okay.
but in a totally different way.
Okay.
It's a pearl-inspired creation.
Oh, wow.
So you know how the Philippines is often called the Pearl of the Orient Seas?
Of course. Yeah.
And I'm guessing that nickname isn't just about pretty pearls.
Right. I'm assuming there's historical significance there.
Yeah, definitely. The Philippines has this long and rich history of pearl diving.
Okay.
For centuries, they were known for producing some of the most beautiful and valuable pearls in the world.
Interesting.
And it even played a role in shaping their trade and relationships with other nations.
So this costume is like a nod to the country's maritime heritage and its economic history?
Exactly.
Wow, I'm seeing a pattern here. Each of these costumes is going way deeper than just surface level.
Right, they're telling a story.
Yeah. So what would this pearl costume look like on stage?
Okay, so think iridescent fabrics that mimic the sheen of pearls,
Beautiful.
and a color palette inspired by the ocean depths.
Yeah.
Maybe even some coral-inspired accents in there.
Oh, very cool.
And don't forget, Chelsea is a vocal advocate for ocean conservation.
Right.
So there's that layer of meaning woven in as well.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
We're talking an homage to history and a celebration of natural beauty and a platform for her personal advocacy.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot to pack into one costume.
It is a lot to pack in.
Wow.
But that's kind of what makes the national costume segment so fascinating.
I agree.
It's a chance to tell this multi-layered story to the world.
Right?
All in the space of a couple of minutes.
Yeah, incredible. Okay, so we've got these two very different but equally amazing costume options.
I know, I can't wait to see which one she chooses. So it's really fascinating how these two costumes, they're both like celebrating Filipino identity,
Right.
but they offer such different perspectives.
It's like they're showcasing like the duality of the Philippines.
Oh, yeah.
You know, on the one hand, you have this fierce strength represented by the eagle.
Yeah.
And on the other, you have this like delicate beauty and rich history embodied by the pearls.
Yeah, it's like saying, hey, we're a nation of contrasts.
Uh-huh.
And we embrace it all.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it makes you realize that even just like choosing which costume to wear,
Yeah.
that becomes a powerful statement in itself.
Right.
It's like, what message does Chelsea want to send to the world at this particular moment?
Exactly. And I think that's what makes this segment so much more than just a fashion show.
Right.
It's this platform for these women to express their individuality, their values, their vision for their country.
It's like they're using fashion as a megaphone.
Totally.
Okay, so let's play a little game. If you were Chelsea, which costume would you choose and why?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
They're both so compelling.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick, I think I would go with the Philippine eagle costume.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why the eagle?
I think right now the world needs to see that strength and resilience.
Okay.
And the eagle, as like a critically endangered species,
Yeah.
it embodies that fight for survival in such a visceral way.
Right.
You know, it's a symbol that resonates globally.
That's a really great point, and I bet the visual impact of that costume on stage
Yeah.
would be unforgettable.
Yeah.
But the pearl costume speaks to me too.
Right.
I love the idea of celebrating the Philippines' heritage and natural beauty.
Yeah, and you can't deny the elegance and sophistication
Totally.
of a pearl-inspired creation.
It'd be stunning.
Yeah,
See, it's impossible to choose,
I know.
but that's the beauty of it, right?
Yeah.
Both of these costumes tell these powerful stories.
Right.
And ultimately, it's up to Chelsea to decide which story she wants to share with the world.
Exactly. And I think regardless of what she chooses, she'll make the Philippines proud.
Oh, for sure. Okay, so this whole conversation has got me thinking.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed how clothing, even in our everyday lives,
Yeah.
can be so much more than just fabric and thread?
Absolutely. Like, think about a time you wore a particular outfit and it just made you feel super powerful or confident
Yeah.
or even connected to something bigger than yourself.
Oh, yeah. Or even just wearing a certain color can evoke like a certain feeling or memory.
Exactly. Like, clothes can be a form of self-expression, a way to communicate our values, even a way to connect with our heritage.
Oh, totally.
Like, have you ever worn a piece of clothing that was passed down through your family?
Yes. Actually, my grandmother gave me this beautiful shawl
Oh,
that she used to wear when she was a young woman.
wow.
And it feels like I'm wearing a piece of history, like a piece of her story.
That's so special.
Yeah, and I bet these national costumes evoke that same feeling
Oh, for sure.
for the contestants that wear them.
Like, they're carrying the weight of their country's history and hopes
Yeah,
on their shoulders.
it's a powerful thing. It makes me want to like dig deeper into the stories
Yeah.
behind other national costumes.
Yeah.
I bet there's so many fascinating tales out there.
Oh, definitely. Every country has its own unique symbols and traditions that they express through these costumes. It's like this whole world of hidden stories
Right.
just waiting to be discovered.
And that's what we're all about here on the Deep Dive, right?
Exactly.
Uncovering those hidden gems and making connections that you wouldn't expect.
We're giving you the tools to see the world in a new light,
I like that.
one fascinating detail at a time.
Okay, so we've been doing a lot of talking, but we want to hear from you.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on Chelsea's costume choices?
Which one do you think she should go with?
Yeah, and why? Head over to our social media pages and let us know.
We're dying to hear your take on the symbolism, the artistry, and the impact of these incredible creations.
You know what's amazing to me?
What's that?
That something as simple as a costume
Right?
can spark such a deep conversation.
It really does. It speaks to the power of fashion as like this form of communication.
Yeah.
You know, it can transcend language barriers and cultural differences.
And in the context of Miss Universe,
Yes.
it's about representing an entire nation
It is.
on this global stage.
Yeah.
Talk about pressure.
Yeah. That's a lot of pressure for sure.
Yeah, but it's also like an incredible opportunity.
Oh, absolutely.
For a lot of these women, it's their chance to really shine a light
Uh-huh.
on their culture
Yeah.
and their values.
Yeah. and the issues that they care about most.
It's like they're given this megaphone
Totally.
to amplify their message to the world.
Right.
And whether it's advocating for environmental protection or celebrating their heritage or challenging stereotypes, these costumes become like a powerful tool for change.
It's really inspiring to see how they use this platform
It is.
to make a difference.
It encourages all of us to think about the messages that we're sending with our own clothing choices.
Absolutely. Like, even everyday fashion can be a form of self-expression and activism.
Every time we get dressed, we're making a statement.
You are.
About who we are and what we stand for.
That's a powerful thought.
It is.
So the next time you're like in your closet trying to decide what to wear, think about the message you want to send to the world.
I love that. It's like we're all walking billboards for our own personal brands.
Choose your message wisely.
Well said. Okay, so we've explored the significance of national costumes.
Yeah.
We've delved into Chelsea's incredible choices.
Right.
And hopefully maybe even inspired you to think a little differently.
Yeah.
About your own wardrobe.
I hope so.
I think so, too.
I think we did a good job.
Yeah, so we hope this deep dive has given you a new appreciation for the artistry, the symbolism, and the impact of these amazing creations.
These costumes are incredible.
They are. And remember, whether it's a feathered masterpiece or a simple T-shirt, fashion has the power to tell a story, to spark a conversation.
Absolutely.
And even change the world.
So go out there and make your statement.
Yes. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning.
Yes.
And keep diving deep into this fascinating world around us.